What do we need to know this week? We got the follow the leader card. So if you watched last week, like I just said, this was the why we need to know it card. What this card is a reminder for is that we're being called to lead. We're being called to lead by example. We're being called not for necessarily all the people around us, but for ourselves. It's really important to have a sense of self, to understand that we have our own brains, we have our own intuition, we have our own feelings about things in life, and that's there for a reason. We don't always have to follow what everybody else wants to do. It reminds me of that old saying, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do that too? No, we don't do that. We have to think for ourselves. Is that the right choice for me? So what we need to know this week is to follow the leader, that leader being yourself. Also makes me think of like, who do you want to be when you grow up? A lot of my soul coaching clients come to me when they're in this kind of like stuck spot of like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And they literally just need guidance back to their own heart, back to their own spirit. That's why my cheesy tagline on my website is, I love connecting women and people with the most important spirit in the room, your own. If you're connected with your own spirit, with your higher self, you don't need the outside validation. Yes, you can have a helping hand. Yes, you can have people who help you get to that place. But any good coach or healer or anything, anybody that you work with should be leading you back to yourself instead of telling you what to do, right? That creates like an addiction and like relying on outside validation. If somebody is always feeding you next steps, that doesn't help you get to the place where you can make those decisions for yourself, just so you know. So where and how do we get to this place of self-leadership is by being in the now. I sound like a broken record. That comes up probably every week. Oh, hello, Kevin. Are you coming to say hi? He's not. Being in the now, being in the present moment, checking in with yourself, which is why I created the invitation inward. My membership. We meet tonight. We have calls every Monday. Why we need to know that it's time to follow your own leadership, why we need to remember to be in the moment and to come back to your own intuition. Our why card this week, hello Kevin, he's bringing me a toy here. Go see Kevin. The card is details, and this is reminding us that perfectionism is keeping you from moving forward. Perfectionism is keeping you from moving forward. Details, right side up is focus on the details. Details, upside down is perfectionism, is keeping you in this hyper-focused, blinders on, tunnel vision space. When this week, we need to widen the vision. We need to see the big picture. We need to focus on the big picture. Why do I need to step up and lead in my life? Why do I need to listen to my own intuition, to my own heart? Why do I need to stop listening to what everybody else around me says and start listening to my own soul? What else do I have here? The big picture is all about focusing on the now. So if we're looking at the big picture, who do I need to be? Who do I need to be in leadership with myself to get to that place? Who do I want to be when I grow up? Be that now, right? And don't focus on perfectionism, because it's perfectionism really holds you captive, hostage. That's the word I'm looking for. What we need to remember this week, our action card, the thing that's going to tie it all together. We got the rock bottom card, which seems a little bit like a scary card sometimes. Kevin is very, very popular. Here, I'll get it again. Distract the people. So rock bottom is all about thinking about addictions in all forms. When we think about addiction, we think drug and alcohol, right? But addiction can be addiction to chaos, addiction to shopping, addiction to let me think of my own. I just wrote a post on it. Addiction to scrolling on social media, addiction to TikTok, addiction to self-help books, addiction to reading, addiction to movies, addiction to whatever it is, numbing out on whatever it is. It doesn't have to be necessarily always drugs and alcohol, right? Or substance abuse or whatever it is. But the action card this week, because it is rock bottom upside down, is you have a choice in every moment when you're being present. Again, it's all about presence this week and every week. What is keeping you in a loop? What addictions and what patterns are keeping you in a loop? So just being really observant of them. And of course, this deck is Colette Baron Reid's Enchanted Map deck. And one of my favorite quotes in the world, I think a mantra, an affirmation from her that is always in the back of my mind is, if you do what you did, you get what you got, right? So what is keeping you on that loop? What is keeping you repeating the same patterns, dating the same people, in different bodies, keeping you, what is the self-sabotage that you're doing? Looking a little bit deeper, looking at the subconscious, looking at how can I do things differently this week. These messages seem really familiar to me, and we keep getting them over and over and over in different subtle ways. I've noticed over the last few weeks since I've been doing these energy updates, and that's okay. We're all in this individual and collective shift together, and it's just reminders every week on what we need to focus on this week to get ourselves unstuck, out of the loop, whatever it is. So to recap, what we need to know this week: follow the leader. It's all about leading yourself, all about coming into the present moment. What do I need right now? Who do I want to be? And being that right now. Why do I need to know this? Details. Remembering that perfectionism is bullshit. You don't need it right now. It's not about focusing on the details. It's focusing on just moving forward in a sloppy way, not in a careless way, not in a non-mindful way, but just moving forward for the sake of moving forward, doing the things, the leadership, the self-reflection, whatever it is that you need. And what's our action card is keep focus on your addictions, like the things that keep you small, the patterns in your life. Why do they keep coming up? Maybe do some healing around that. Maybe book some coaching with myself or somebody else. If you're interested in a more in-depth reading, tonight is in the Invitation Inward membership. Tonight is our reading night for November. So I'm doing a collective reading for all of the members for November. What is November going to hold? What is the energy around November? And I also do individual readings for all of the members tonight. If you're interested in joining us, I will link it somewhere, and I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye.